SAFC Fan TV, I'm Shaun Middleton, and today I'm in the town centre where it's Sunderland's 4th league game of the season. They're down at Charlton Athletic at the Valley in London. The game has just ended, and unfortunately, after a promising first half, the game ended Charlton Athletic 0, Sunderland 0. And now I'll be getting the fans' reactions as they leave the pub in the town centre. And could you please like, share and comment on our channel, and most of all, could you please subscribe? We're trying to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of 2020, and we couldn't do it without your help. So please tell your friends, tell your family. It doesn't cost a penny, it's absolutely free, and it's our goal to get to 5,000 k, and we can do it, and we're dedicated because this weather is diabolical, but I'm not bothered either. Thanks for your time. SAFC Fan TV, I'm Shaun Middleton. I'm in the town centre where it's Sunderland's 4th league campaign of the season. We're down at Charlton at the Valley. I'm with Nathan, aka Macam FC, used to be a YouTuber. Nathan, great performance in the first half. I know it's ended 0-0. On a 7 note, I mean, we should have won that game. It should have been dead and buried in the first half. But can you take the positives?
Take a positive out of that. Clean sheet is a definite positive out of that. Really good 45 minutes. If we can just keep it up for the second half. There seems to be like a little bit of a drop off in the second half. Danny Graham, unfortunately, can't finish a happy meal. It just is what it is. But he didn't have the impact we thought he would do. So far, hopefully he turns it round. You know, he's got a lot of the season left to turn it round. Yeah. He's made the 2 changes there. Danny Graham's come in, and O'Brien. I wouldn't say this particularly had a bad game, because, like I say, the chances we created, it's just we need to finish them. That's the only downside is our finishing. Yeah. Apart from that, everything was spot on. Yeah,
I mean, I've been one for criticising our midfield getting the ball to the attackers, but today, that was, you know, there was a lot of chances in the game where you just, another day we could have scored 4 or 5 coming in, Nathan, but we just didn't. But you got to take the positives. It's the 3rd clean sheet in a row, and that's disappointing we didn't win. But Charlton's a good side. They'll be in the top 6 coming into the season, so a point's not a bad result, but it's just what if, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly like you said there. Charlton's going to be the top 6, a promotion rival. 1 point. It's not exactly a bad result. It's better than a loss, to be fair. Anything's better than a loss. It doesn't matter what game it is, but it would have been preferable to have all 3. Like, and it definitely after the heartbreak at Wembley, it would have been preferable. Especially in the last minutes, I thought we were going to get it. Last few chances towards the end, I thought this would be brilliant on Twitter, but no, wasn't to be.
But obviously the sending off as well. I just seen it because Dave the Rave decided to join us, and I couldn't really watch the match. But do you think it was a sending off?
Flanagan? I'm not going to lie, I didn't see the incident because I'd gotten up to go to the toilet.
So I think it was the last man.
So I'd come back, and then obviously then I got told it was being sent off. So I didn't see the incident, so I can't say anything on it. Yeah. But if I'm honest, the performances I have seen from Flanagan in the past, probably, I don't really know.
Right, Dave Flanagan, he's done all right, but I think now it's a chance for Armand Amalji to come in. I think he's a good defender. I think he'll come in. I think there's a lot of people sceptical about Flanagan. I mean, Willis and Billy Wright's the certain 2, the back 3. But I think now Flanagan was the one what people were thinking about. Amalji will get his chance now. Do you think Max Power? I mean, he didn't start again today. Ledbetter played really, really well in the middle with Scowen. Do you know what I mean? Do you think Max Power will get back in the next game?
I don't know. Like you say, Ledbetter's played really well. Scowen's obviously he's been performing really well every time he's played. Ledbetter's had 2 really good games, in my opinion, and I think Max Powell, will he get into the side? Possibly. Yeah. In the future, maybe if there's an injury, but he's got to do it. He's got to take a chance when he gets inside. He's got to really show that he's got to be there.
Yeah. Nathan, the window shuts. The window shuts on Monday for international transfers, but it obviously extends to the 16th for transfers within the country. Do you think we'll bring any more players in, or do you think we'll need any more players?
I'm still not convinced by Burge. I think we need another goalkeeper in there, another first-team quality goalkeeper, just because I haven't seen enough of Remy Matthews to judge him. Yeah. Maybe have an attack midfielder in, someone who can maybe create a little bit more.
Yeah, that's my, yeah.
But I don't really know, because we've played quite well from what I've seen today, and if we can perform like that every single week,
we'll beat most teams.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. We can beat half the teams in that league easy.
So quickly, Nathan, obviously, are you confident? Obviously, going forward, I mean, I think today's been the best performance in the first half. Was the best performance of the 4 games. I think we're brilliant. On another day would score, and I've had this discussion on the panel. We've got to be more clinical, but if we can just finish our chances off, I think we'll finish in our top 2, no problem.
Exactly, the same here. I think the squad's really capable of it. But like you say, finish your chances. Top 2, easy. I think that's definite.
Yeah. Are you confident, mate?
Ooh, I'd say fairly confident. Not entirely confident, but fairly.
Thanks for your time, pal. Cheers. Take care. All right, I'm in the town centre with Gareth. Gareth, unfortunately, Sunderland have drew the game 0-0 against Charlton. I think after a really promising first half with the amount of chances we had, I feel disappointed that we didn't win the game.
Same, great first half, very disappointed second half, but we need a bit more creativity. Someone to finish the chances first half, different game with second half, very poor. Yeah. Thought, to be fair, Danny Graham did a great first half, winning everything. Nobody there though on the end of the knockdowns, so I don't know.
I know there's a lot of people are going to say, Gareth, like about Danny Graham. He had 2 sitters, didn't he?
He did, but how many is he winning? Knockdowns, possibly someone on the end of him. He's not there to score. He's never going to get you 20, 30 goals. But someone up with him who can. Who knows? But point to point, undefeated. And I'm absolutely getting soaked. So I'll see you in a bit, lads.
Okay, cheers. All right, I'm in the town centre and I'm with Jack. Jack, obviously, Suns drew the game 0-0. After a really, really good performance in the first half. I think it was the best performance of the season in the first half. We were absolutely brilliant. We didn't score. We created that many chances. Does it feel like it's a bit of a game lost than drew?
Yeah, well, it feels a bit like a bit of a wounder because how well we played. We played some brilliant football. We were good in the middle of the park, good at the back, but we just couldn't finish our chances. And I feel like that's going to be the bane of our season. Yeah. If we don't finish our chances, then how we're gonna go up? Because if we can't score goals, we're doing well to keep the clean sheets. Yeah. But if we can't score the goals,
you've got a point, Jack. I mean, Danny Graham, Charlie White, and Will Grigg have a lot of fans. If we just had one striker who could bang the goals in, I mean, Danny Graham missed 2 sitters a day, but we're creating chances now, which is a positive sign. But if they're not putting them away, like clear cut chances as well, it is a bit worrying, isn't it?
Well, because if it was something so simple of just a tap in for Danny Graham, all he had to do was at least put it on target and it was a goal. But if you can't finish them chances, then you're going to realise with the transfer market being open, we're going to have to tap into the market. Maybe, hopefully, get another striker, someone else. But we need someone who's going to be able to put the ball in the back of the net and have that clinical player.
Jack, what's your feelings on Max Power? I mean, Max Power, he was left out today. Apparently he was fully fit. I'm his greatest fan, which I've made that clear. I don't know what he offers to the side. But Scowen and Ledbetter, I thought today was brilliant in the middle. I thought Ledbetter was absolutely tremendous. He rolled back the years today.
Well, I feel like Max Power, you can see why he's captain. He runs the midfield, he does. You've got to admit, he does run the midfield. But today, Scowen and Ledbetter, you could clearly see those two in that midfield are our best partnership. Absolutely. Scowen, he's got the legs. Absolutely. Ledbetter, he's got the creativity. All we need is, if we had Maguire in there today, I reckon we would have sent them to town. 2 or 3-0 at least.
I mean, Max Power is the captain. I thought it was a bit of a strange decision to appoint him the captain now. I mean, with the team playing so well today, will he get back on the team? Does he deserve to get back on the team?
If Scowen and Ledbetter play like that over the next few games, I'll struggle to see why he's in the squad. If he is in the squad, then it'll be a bad decision from Parky. But Scowen and Ledbetter, they just together, they just seem to bounce off each other well. The only thing I see that we were lacking today was that creative midfielder in Maguire. O'Brien, I didn't feel like he had the greatest of games, whereas if Maguire was in there, he could have created all sorts of chances.
I mean, Denver Hume, I thought was another good game. I thought he got down the left well. He supplied some good crosses, but he got some criticism last season. I mean, I think he's started the season really well. I mean, how would you assess our season in a whole 4 games in?
I mean, I'd say we're pretty bang average. We should have beat Bristol Rovers. Peterborough were okay, but we had to heavily rely on the penalty. Oxford, we did play well. Gooch were a bit of magic, but one thing that it's clearly shown that we're missing is that clinical striker. And that's one person who we need, someone who can put the ball in the back of the net and constantly do it game after game, consistency. We're just missing it.
If only we managed to keep Josh Madger. I mean, imagine if we had Josh Madger in this system we're playing now. I mean, he would just be the icing on the cake, wouldn't he?
Well, if we had Madger now, I don't think we'd be in this league. That first season, if we kept Madger, we'd be in the Championship, probably maybe battling mid-table.
Totally agree,
If it wasn't for us selling Madger for so cheap, I honestly believe everything would have been totally different.
Totally agree. Quickly, mate, Starman.
I'm going to have to give it to Ledbetter. I feel like with how old he is and how creative he was in that midfield, he was brilliant. I'm gonna have to give it a lead back.
Thanks for your time, pal. Take care.